Welcome to Maxim's Inside Track. Filming this one from home this week. It has been an extremely volatile week. We all have heard about that COVID-19. Oil prices are down dramatically. Currencies are all over the place. Weakness in the AUD to USD and Euro. So a very interesting and challenging environment for all of us at the moment. We will all come out the other side of it, and we look forward to working with our suppliers and customers as we work through this. Just some developments on the dairy market. I'll start with full cream milk powder. The futures had predicted this product to come off around 9 or 10% approximately, and it only softened just over 4. So I think this is an extremely good result. I don't know whether people had factored in the oil going down sort of 48 to 50%, and that link between whole milk and oil pricing or the correlation. So yeah, I think this is a good result, and I think it is based on, there is still demand in Asia, there is demand in China, however weaker, and less participation out of the Middle Eastern countries. But New Zealand, as we know, is extremely dry in that North Island. This has been offset a little bit by some good milk flows in the south, leaving them about on par last year. So we know that availability out of NZ in particular is pretty tight for the next few months. Australia doesn't have a great deal of availability at all, so we're suspecting that whole milk powder will hold up reasonably well for the coming period, and we'll assess what happens beyond that. Are some of those more price-sensitive markets going to look to flat-filled skim powders? As skim milk powder pricing softens. So, that concludes milk powder. On to skim milk powder now. This product is coming under some pressure, predominantly with European milk flows, Irish milk being reasonably solid and equivalent, if not slightly above last year's numbers. We have seen a decline on the GDT platform. Interestingly enough, contract period 1 was up 8%, so it probably makes this result look a little bit better than it should be, but also indicates that there is a shortage in that pipeline or supply pipeline, and people feel a little bit nervous about pricing, but looking to cover off close term or the front months, just to give them some cover to see how this sort of pricing supply demand plays out. Product out of Australia is still relatively tightish, and coming into our winter months, we believe that customers should look to at least cover off in the new season, and the Australian dollar is down to around 60 cents to the US. So even though some of these European prices made it a little bit more attractive, it's been considerably offset by about a 10% decline in the value of the Aussie to the US. So whole milk powder could start to soften. However, I think let's get through this next quarter and see where it lands. Thank you. Moving on to the fat now, R and AMF, a pretty good result, flattish on GDT, and once again, another interesting point to note is butter was up 4+% in this close contract period for April, and AMF up 8%. So once again, people just trying to cover near-term requirements, and just looking to see where these prices are going to head. Feels like fat is freeing up a little bit in Europe. There is availability out of Ireland. once again, some better pricing is being offset by weaker currencies. So, yeah, we suspect once again. Let's get through this next 3 or 4 months winter period and probably see what the latter part of the year holds. But probably some slight softening out of Europe in AMFs and butters. Once again, not a great deal of availability out of Oceania for the coming period. On to cheddar now. Not a lot has changed here. We've probably seen some weakness in the futures markets in the US and Europe, with Oceania still being the highest priced cheddar market, followed by the US, and then the EU sits considerably below that. Availability once again out of Australia and New Zealand is relatively tightish, and prices do remain firm in this category. With what's happening right now, we could have a short-term spike in both, which I neglected to comment on, butter and cheddar, just with retail shelves being cleared out reasonably quickly. So we suspect that this demand from the retailers will increase in the short term until this panic buying eases. So yeah, that could be some demand for the retailers, which might slack in some of those cruise line and food service catering type outlets. On to whey and lactose now. This product has held up reasonably well and is firmish. This is on the back of solid China demand for Permeate and whey powder, replenishing their pig or hog supply really. So after that swine flu, they're in a replenishment mode. So their demand out of the region is particularly high, and that's held up, this sector. So lactose is also reasonably firmish on the back of that. So yeah, this sector is pretty firm. That concludes the market update. It is a very, very interesting time in the world. I hope all of our suppliers and customers remain safe. As Maxim Foods, we're doing everything we can to keep our staff safe and following the advised rules around working from home and social distancing, etc. We do have products in stock of all commodities and products. Our transport is running, warehouses are open. Don't see any disruption at this stage to business. So business as usual from our end until further advised. We know that some of our end users will have some demand challenges, and we look forward to working through that with you. And if anything changes, we'll certainly keep you updated. But for now, it's business as usual. We wish everyone the best, and we look forward to catching up with you in a couple of weeks. Thanks very much.